think there's two things that come to mind when we talk or think about Louisville baseball. One, that's player development. You know, we take great pride in getting these kids better, getting them ready to not only play pro ball but have success, move through the system, and give themselves a chance to hopefully make it to the big leagues one day. The second thing, in one word, is postseason. You know, that is a staple of our program, and I guess, you know, postseason will be the topic of discussion. I stood right here in this room last year on Memorial Day, and for the first time we were having our exit meeting, as opposed to getting ready for the regionals, hosting or traveling, whatever our plans were. And so it was a different experience for us, and it was one we really didn't enjoy. But we had to start our preparations from that day, getting ready for this moment in this season, and hopefully great things to come. The first thing we did was we made sure our guys were ready to play in the summer and have success. We sent 19 guys off, the most we ever sent, to play in those NCAA sanctioned summer leagues. We made it very clear to them that, you know, when we go off, we go off to play, to get better, to improve, to win. And our guys did that. We had 7 or 8 guys that played in all-star games for their league. We had a handful of guys that won championships with their teams. We had a handful of guys that were ranked, you know, as top prospects in their league. So the tone was set right off the bat, and we had success in the summer. Then they came back here, and it was time to take it to the next step. As I heard the position players say, the commitment to the weight room, you know, was it. You know, the commitment to their bodies, which is a mental and a physical side of being a successful athlete. So we tweaked the schedule a little bit, and we figured out ways to get some more time in the weight room, and we shortened up a little bit of stuff from here and there, and we gained a couple more weeks in the weight room. And you know, as Stuart mentioned, guys weren't just lifting 3 or 4 times. They were getting, you know, 5 or 6 or 7 or 8. I don't even know. A lot of guys were just getting over there on their own, getting an extra lift in the morning or in the afternoon. And so, you know, there's a physical benefit to that, but there's also a mental side. When you work that hard in the weight room, you know, I'm a big self-esteem guy and want my guys to feel good about themselves. And so that was nice to see, you know, our commitment there. The second thing was understanding how to play in a new system. You know, so first Stuart Imes, who's been here for 5 years, there was a certain kind of system that we had, and it was successful. But as we saw last year with the change of the bats, we had to tweak the system a little bit, and we had to get our guys to buy into that. So an example, the first day of practice, the first thing we did as a team was bunt defense. And I can sit here and say, in years past, we wouldn't do bunt defense till the February practices. We would go through an entire fall and not work on bunt defense. It just wasn't that important in our system. But as the game has changed, we had to change with it. And so we worked on our early bunting. If you notice, we have that turf area out there that used to be grass. We turfed that and made that our early bunting or in-practice area to bunt, where guys could bunt and not be in the bullpen or on the field of play, and they can really work on their bunting. So offensively, I had to get the Stuart Imeses of the world, you know, not that we're going to make him bunt a whole lot, but he has to be able to. If it's a situation where it's first and second and nobody out, and we feel like we have to get these guys to second and third and score 1 or 2 runs, then Stuart's got to be able to do that. So we had to change the mindset of some of the older guys, but especially the younger guys as well, as to what we had been doing in the past. And the third thing was establishing our goals. You know, what were the goals? You know, make sure that our players understood them. And so in the fall, we established our goals from the coach's perspective when you come to the University of Louisville to play. But when we came back in January, I allowed the players to set the goals for the year. And each player had an opportunity to put down team goals and personal goals, on and off the field. And so we have 3 categories that the players picked as the team goals and their personal goals. And I won't share them all with you, but I can tell you the #1 goal is to win a national championship. That was the #1 goal by the players in the program. And in parentheses, it says dog pile. I go back to Jeff Arnold, who played here for 4 years. Jeff Arnold dog piled 7 times. 7 times. Some kids play college baseball for a career and don't dog pile once. Jeff did it 7. And that's why players come here, to get better, and they come here to win championships. And when you win, you dog pile.